Respondent Sandra Sanchez. My name is Rudy Minelis here in Harlingen, Texas. We'll see you next time.
When emergencies happen, you want help now. You want ER now. You never know when you'll be faced with an emergency. 24/7, 365, we are here for you. ER now. Faces you know, doctors you trust.
Gerald the Fish. What about, like, Joaquin Bartholomew? Joaquin Bartholomew. Yeah. See ya. See ya. Joaquin Bartholomew. What? How do you think of that? I have no idea. Since we gave him that title, he should honestly be the king of the pond. King of the pond? Yeah. He's out there somewhere. For real. You want this one? Oh, yeah. Nice. All right.
Even the mighty might not see it coming.
The conversation with your child about vaping today.
Your fingers out.
Mic check, everybody.
Hello, Brett.
From your local news authority, local, in-depth, community. You're watching KFDX 3 News at 10.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Aaron Gonders.
And I'm Carney Porter. The long-awaited version of a fully connected circle trail in Wichita Falls is moving closer to reality.
The city leaders say construction is now underway with more improvements planned in the years ahead. Annie Young shows us what's next.
As Wichita Falls continues to grow, city leaders say the Circle Trail has become an important piece of connecting parks, neighborhoods, and community spaces. Now, progress is being made on some of the final missing links needed to complete the system.
The portion over connecting Lucy Park to the bluffs, basically along Seymour Highway, so that is moving along very well. I actually went and rode over there yesterday and checked it out, so construction is moving along.
That connection between Lucy Park and the bluffs is one of several sections now taking shape. Another project city leaders are focused on would connect Lake Wichita Park to Barnett Road.
Connecting Lake Wichita Park over to Barnett, that is going to be coming to us on 19 May. We will be looking to apply for certificates of obligation in order to fund that portion of the trail.
For walkers, runners, and cyclists, the Circle Trail is already a popular place to get outside. But supporters say that once the trail is fully complete, it won't just be recreation. It'll be a new way to connect neighborhoods across Wichita Falls. Leaders say they are also trying to move forward responsibly by using funding options as old city debt rolls off.
You don't want to take on debt as a city where you're putting that impact back on the taxpayer. Okay, so right now we have some of our debt that's rolling off. So applying for certificates of obligation through 4B is allowing us to do additional projects.
Some portions of the trail have faced delays, including the Lakeshore Drive section, after the city was not awarded a transportation grant last year. Still, community supporters say the completed trail would be a major benefit for Wichita Falls.
The missing piece along Lakeshore Drive, along the north shore of Lake Wichita, that won't be ready this year. but it's easy enough, to get off the trail and go on Lakeshore Drive to Barnett.
City leaders say with construction already moving forward on several sections, Wichita Falls is continuing to close the gaps toward a completed Circle Trail. Annie Young, KFDX 3 News.
All right, Annie, we look forward to that completion. Thank you so much for that update tonight.
And after receiving some much-needed rain throughout Texoma over the weekend, you may notice a lot more pesky insects buzzing around your face. Environmental Health Administrator with the Wichita County Public Health District, Samantha Blair, says with the amount of rain we've received, you should take action now. She says to help reduce the mosquito population by dumping any standing water you have in your yard and wiping down anything that held water in it. She also says to use EPA-approved bug spray to help prevent from getting bitten.
Today, go outside and look for the areas in your yard that have water and dump, drain, and wipe the sides. We had a really big rain this weekend, so today is the day to go ahead and get rid of those water sources so the mosquitoes will stop growing. Those eggs have been laid, so wipe the sides so that we're not growing more mosquitoes.
You can hear more from Blair, as well as an outdoor enthusiast, on how these pesky bloodsuckers could ruin your day. If you don't take the right precautions, you can check that out inside this full story over on our website.
All right, let's go ahead now and check in with meteorologist John Cameron for a look outside. So, John, it was a beautiful day to start out the week. What can people expect going into the later parts of it?
Rain chances could return before sunrise tomorrow morning. A few Texomans could wake up to some rumbles of thunder. Some of the latest forecast models suggesting maybe some thunderstorms push their way into North Texas just before the sun rises. We've seen some thunderstorms as close as the Metroplex, but they are fading away. See a little dry line there. That dry line is actually retreating westward and will give us better rain chances tomorrow. I'll show you that a little bit later. Now it's good to see the winds are calming down a bit. We're quite warm, 74 degrees, light southeast winds, and that dew point is coming up a little bit across the region. Tomorrow's rain chances are actually best in the morning, and then we'll run slight rain chances as we get into this afternoon. And if we do see thunderstorms, they will be isolated in nature. So a cold front will turn our winds northerly by this time tomorrow. Our winds will remain northerly for the remainder of the work week. That means temperatures will fall on a daily basis, and better rain chances come on May 1st. For those of you keeping score, that's Friday. I'll have that in the 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. Aaron.
All right, sounds good, John. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to it. The terror, emotions, and questions from the July 4th floods in Kerr County once again come to a head in a formal setting. Earlier this month, many heard heart-wrenching testimony in court. This week, revelations at the Capitol that several counselors at Camp Mystic, where 25 kids died in the floods, had no emergency flood training. Brianna Hollis reports.
And I went out into water and almost drowned, and I thought I was going to die.
A harrowing recording played inside a committee room.
Kept going up in the water, but I wasn't breathing because I literally couldn't.
The account of 2 Camp Mystic campers who swept downstream but survived the historic flood that took the lives of 25 other little girls. The purpose of the hearing, to provide an in-depth briefing to members of the Texas Senate and House General Investigating Committees so they can help put plans in place to prevent this from ever happening again. The investigation also revealed in several cases, first-year counselors who say they never received emergency training were in charge of entire cabins.
They had the opportunity to save every camper had they made the decision to instead go cabin to tell the girls to move to higher ground.
Investigators displayed a photo of the counselor and 14 campers who stayed in the Bubble Inn cabin.
Every one of these children died in the river that night.
Dick Eastland, the patriarch of the camp-owning Eastland family, died in the floods. Investigators read radio transmissions between him and his family after the water rushed in.
Dick starts with, "We need to get Twins and Bubble out." Okay? And then the next radio transmission from Dick is, "I have Bubble Inn cabin in my car. I'm stuck against a tree. I need help. Edward, Dad, I'm sorry. I can't get to you. I'm staying here with twins.
To put this week's testimony for lawmakers together, investigators not only looked at a timeline of events and physical evidence, but they also spent hours listening to survivors and families of victims.
I'm thankful to them for opening up their hearts and their vulnerability and their family stories. Some of the things they told me were deeply personal. I am so trusting of you guys to do something with these stories. Let it not just end after the report is finished being written.
Now, the hearing will resume tomorrow. Lawmakers will address the Eastland family, the owner of Camp Mystic. The Eastlands are trying to reopen their camp this summer.
Folks in City View ISD will vote a nearly $20 million bond aimed at improving school facilities. District leaders say the proposal focuses on safety, space, and long-term needs, but it would come with a property tax increase. The superintendent says many of the district's current facilities are aging, and in some cases, space is becoming an issue. The proposed bond would fund several upgrades across the district, including a new intermediate school for 5th and 6th graders, improvements to existing campuses, parking lot repairs, and a new gym that could also serve as a tornado shelter. The superintendent also addressed concerns about cost, while saying property taxes would increase. The impact may be smaller than some expect for homeowners with exemptions.
When we set our school tax rate, that's what we're looking at with that bond. And so with that 18-cent increase on the INS side of school finance, that's where that $2, basically $2.10, I believe is what it is on the average homeowner that has that homestead exemption. Of course, if you're over 65 and your taxes are frozen, or if your house appraises at $140,000 or less, your exemptions cover that and you wouldn't see any kind of impact that's on there.
District leaders say the goal is to give voters clear information so they can make the best decision for themselves. Election day is set for Saturday, May 2nd, and the last day of early voting is tomorrow. You can find more on this race and other elections over on our website, TexomasHomepage.com.
Well, students at Jefferson Elementary are now home with a better idea of all of the careers that they could chase after.
They're probably dreaming about them by this point.
Yes.
Representatives from local job fields, yes, they all spoke to students and explained their day-to-day duties, including doctors, barbers, Hospice of Wichita Falls nurses, HVAC mechanics, and even the news media with our very own morning anchor, Jalen Wells.
And Jalen says we could potentially have a handful of new reporters and weather meteorologists in the future.
Right.
And because the students did such a great job at asking questions, especially about weather and storm chasing. It looks like they had a lot of fun.
They did. We might have the next generation of news reporters, news anchors, and meteorologists afoot, so we're looking forward to seeing them excel. Now, also, keeping with the kids, we're asking for photo submissions of some of your favorite educators, also from around Texoma, to be shown during our newscast.
So if you know any local teachers you'd like to submit to this, you can upload their photo over on our website under the Contests tab.
And you can also submit pictures of your graduating senior over on our website, all to be recognized in our senior send-off videos. And you can find that right there under the Contest tab as well. We look forward to seeing all of those pictures. Well, don't go anywhere. John is back after the break with a look at his full forecast.
And it's being called the AI trial of the century. Still ahead, a look at the federal trial underway between two of the world's biggest tech titans, Elon Musk and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman.
Welcome to KFDX Plus, KFDX's free streaming app, brought to you by Tri-Key Auto Ranch, a working horse and cattle ranch located in Bellevue, Texas. We're more than just a dealership, we're family.
Next time you want to share that big story out of D.C., make sure it's from The Hill. Because TheHill.com is America's most shared political news brand for a reason. Trusted, credible, nonpartisan. Visit TheHill.com today.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.